Look closely at your reflection for a second. Run your fingers along the side of your neck, under your arms, or perhaps around your eyelids. Do you feel them? Those tiny, painless bumps, little tabs of skin that simply weren't there 5 years ago. The world, and maybe even your doctor, tells you these are just age spots, or the result of your clothes rubbing against your skin. They tell you it's just friction. But your skin is not an independent organ living in a vacuum. It is a mirror reflecting your internal chemistry. Those skin tags are a loud physiological SOS. They are the visible smoke from a metabolic fire burning deep inside your cells. If you have these skin tags, I want you to perform a second check right now to confirm what's happening internally. This is the diagnostic bridge between what you see in the mirror and what's happening in your blood. Stand up and press your hand flat against your midsection, right between your ribs and your belly button. Does that area feel like a soft, yielding pillow? Or does it feel tense, resistant, and firm, like you're pressing against a basketball? If you have the skin tags and you felt that basketball resistance, you have just diagnosed a state of hyperinsulinemia. Your body is essentially drowning in insulin, and because of that, it is starting to grow things it shouldn't. Today, we are going to decode the skin-to-liver connection. I'm going to show you the exact biological mechanism of how high insulin acts as a forced growth hormone, why this process accelerates so aggressively after age 35, and the detailed 3-step protocol to flip your body from growth mode back to repair mode. Why is your skin growing extra tissue? It's not a mistake or a glitch. It's a direct response to a signal. Insulin is a master hormone, but its job isn't just to manage blood sugar. It is also a powerful mitogen, meaning it is a signal that tells cells to divide, grow, and multiply. When you become insulin resistant, your pancreas has to pump out massive, unnatural amounts of insulin just to keep your blood sugar stable. This flood of insulin starts overflowing into other pathways. Specifically, it binds to receptors on your skin cells called keratinocytes. When insulin levels are this high, the hormone begins to mimic another substance called IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor. In simple terms, your skin cells are receiving a constant, high-volume 24/7 command to grow, grow, grow. The result is skin tags. They are literally clusters of skin cells that have been force-fed by your high insulin levels until they erupted into these small growths. But here's the catch. If insulin is telling your skin to grow on the outside, what is it telling your internal tissues to do? It's telling them to store. This is exactly where that basketball belly comes from. High insulin is the primary architect of visceral fat. It acts like a master lock on your fat cells, refusing to let any energy out for fuel, while simultaneously stuffing more fat into the overload tank around your liver, pancreas, and heart. If you see skin tags on the outside, you can be almost certain you have the basketball pressure on the inside. You're in a high growth, high storage, high inflammation state that your body was never meant to sustain. If you are a woman over 35 or 45, this process feels like it's on fast forward, and it is. During perimenopause and the transition into menopause, our levels of estrogen and progesterone begin to fluctuate and eventually drop. Estrogen is one of our greatest metabolic allies. It helps our cells stay sensitive to insulin. It's like a metabolic buffer that protects us from the occasional high-sugar meal or a stressful day. When that buffer thins out, your tolerance for carbohydrates and stress plummets. Suddenly, the lifestyle that worked in your 20s, the morning latte, the evening glass of wine, the high-intensity cardio, is now a direct trigger for insulin spikes. Your body has lost its safety net, and it's showing up as new skin tags and a belly that won't budge no matter how many crunches you do or how little you eat. We cannot just treat the skin, we have to treat the signal. We have to lower the insulin floor of your body so the growth signal stops and the fat-burning door opens. Here is your detailed 30-day insulin reset. Step 1 is the liquid carb zero lockdown. This is the most critical step for your liver. When you consume liquid carbohydrates, fruit juices, sweetened nut milks, sodas, and especially alcohol, they hit your system with zero fiber to slow them down. Your liver is hit with a massive wave of energy all at once. To deal with this, your pancreas releases a tsunami of insulin. For the next 30 days, your liquid intake must be strictly insulin neutral. That means water, sparkling water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea. By removing liquid sugars, you are removing the primary trigger for that IGF-1 growth signal. You are essentially starving the skin tags of their growth fuel and allowing your liver to start processing the visceral fat it's been hoarding. Step 2 is the Zone 2 glucose clearing walk. We need to give your body a way to use blood sugar without needing more insulin. This is the magic of Zone 2 cardio. When you walk at a brisk, conversational pace, where you're breathing a bit harder but can still talk, your muscles use a special doorway called GLUT4 to pull sugar out of your blood. The incredible thing is that this doorway can open without needing a massive spike of insulin. I want you to aim for 45 minutes of Zone 2 walking 4 times a week. This isn't about burning calories. It's about vacuuming the excess sugar out of your bloodstream. This lowers your baseline insulin levels, which calms the growth signal and starts to soften that basketball belly. If you feel tired or stressed, do not push into high-intensity training. High-intensity spikes cortisol, and cortisol spikes insulin. Stay in the safety zone. Step 3 is the 16.8 metabolic breathing room. The most powerful tool to lower insulin is time. Every time you eat, you spike insulin. If you are a grazer, snacking on healthy nuts or fruit throughout the day, your insulin levels never have a chance to return to baseline. You are keeping the growth alarm on 24 hours a day. You need to create a breathing room for your metabolism. Aim for a 16-hour overnight fast. For most women, this means finishing your last bite of food by 7 p.m. and not eating your first meal until 11 a.m. the next day. During those final 4 hours of the fast, between hours 12 and 16, your insulin drops to its lowest point. This is when your body finally stops growing and starts repairing. This is when the visceral fat around your liver is finally accessed for fuel. I don't want you to obsess over the scale. The scale is a blunt instrument that cannot tell the difference between water, muscle, and visceral fat. Instead, I want you to track 3 specific longevity markers. First, the softness test. Perform that press test every Sunday morning. You will notice that the basketball starts to feel more like a pillow long before you lose an inch on your waist. That change in texture is the sound of your liver clearing out. Second, the mirror audit. Keep an eye on your skin tags. While they may not disappear overnight, you should notice that no new ones are forming. If they start to look flatter or less irritated, your insulin levels are stabilizing. Finally, your morning energy. When insulin is high, you feel heavy and sluggish in the morning. As your levels drop, you'll find you wake up with a clearer head and a lighter feeling in your body. Please remember, if your skin tags are changing color, bleeding, or growing rapidly, see a dermatologist immediately. And as always, if you're on medication for blood pressure or blood sugar, consult your clinician before starting a fasting protocol, as your medication may need to be adjusted as your body becomes more efficient. Your body isn't failing you. It is a highly intelligent system that is simply responding to a growth overload. By changing the liquid you drink, the way you move, and the timing of your meals, you're giving your body the safety signal it needs to stop growing skin tags and start burning visceral fat. Tell me in the comments, did you find skin tags when you checked just now? And did your belly feel hard or soft? I'm here to help you navigate this transition. If this gave you a new way to look at your skin and your health, hit the like button and subscribe. In our next video, we're going to dive into hair thinning and why your expensive biotin supplements are a total waste of money if you haven't fixed your stressed scalp first. Your skin is talking to you. It's time to listen. I'll see you in the next video.